Reddit is home to conspiracy theories, whistleblowers, and anonymous posts that fade into the digital void. But every now and then, something different happens. Something unsettling. A user with no history, no profile image, and no ties to any known person makes a cryptic post and disappears. Days later, the world watches in shock as exactly what they described happens in real life. In this episode of the Click Files, we look at one of Reddit's strangest mysteries, the case of a user who predicted 3 real-world tragedies before they happened. These weren't lucky guesses or vague predictions. These were eerily specific. From a missing plane, to a collapsing bridge, to the suspicious death of a billionaire, the posts were there. And the posters? Gone. Deleted. Wiped. The internet never forgets. And today, we follow the breadcrumbs into the shadows of Reddit. March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 vanished without a trace. The aircraft was flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing when it disappeared from radar over the South China Sea. Despite international search efforts that spanned years, only scattered debris was ever found. The disappearance is still one of the greatest aviation mysteries in modern history. But here's what you didn't see on the news. A few days before MH370 disappeared, a post appeared on r/conspiracy. The message said, "Watch the skies near Southeast Asia. Commercial flight. Over water. Soon." Reddit users initially ignored it until the news broke. Then, panic. The post's timestamp checked out. It wasn't edited. It wasn't vague. Investigators tried to trace the user, but there was nothing. The account had no comment history, no email linked to other accounts, no activity at all, and within hours, it was deleted. Some called it a coincidence. But others believe it could have been someone with inside knowledge, maybe an air traffic controller or military source who couldn't go public. No one has taken credit. The post lives on in screenshots and digital archives, a chilling digital prophecy. Whether you believe in fate, coincidence, or conspiracy, it's hard to ignore what came next. On March 15, 2018, a newly installed pedestrian bridge at Florida International University collapsed. It had only opened 5 days earlier. 6 people were killed, crushed in their cars while waiting at a red light. The collapse made headlines worldwide and sparked questions about engineering failures and rushed construction timelines. But Reddit users were already asking a different question. Did someone predict this? 2 weeks prior, a user named Throwaway77 had posted on r/collapse. A new structure in the southern US will fail. Metal fatigue. Screaming. News will spread. At first, nobody noticed. But after the bridge collapsed, users went digging and found the post. It was real. The language wasn't specific enough to act on. But it was detailed enough to be chilling. Metal fatigue. Screaming. Collapse. The user was confronted in the comments. But they never replied. Within hours, the account was gone. Could this have been a disgruntled worker? An engineer trying to speak out anonymously? Some believe it was someone who tried to sound the alarm, in the only place they felt safe. Others think it was just a shocking coincidence. But the pattern is starting to take shape. August 10, 2019. Jeffrey Epstein is found dead in his Manhattan jail cell. The official report says suicide. But many, including media outlets, celebrities, and conspiracy theorists, believe otherwise. And here's the Reddit twist. Days before Epstein's death, a post on r/unresolved mysteries appeared. It read, "A high-profile prisoner tied to the elites will never make trial. The story will be suicide." But that's not the truth. The post gained minimal attention until the news broke. Within hours, the Reddit thread was flooded with comments. People accused the poster of being involved. Others begged for more info. But just like the others, the user was gone. Account deleted. No digital trail. Could it have been a guard? A lawyer? Someone inside the system? Or just an incredibly well-timed guess? Either way, it was yet another case of Reddit seemingly foreshadowing something it should never have known. December 2021. A user on a lesser-known subreddit posts, "A mutation is coming. Not Delta. Different symptoms. Highly contagious. Lockdowns won't return, but systems will change." At the time, most people were recovering from Delta. The post barely got a few upvotes. 2 weeks later, the world meets Omicron. Again, the prediction wasn't perfect, but it was accurate enough to catch Reddit's attention. Users tried to trace the account. Nothing. In every case we've shown, the same thing happens. The prediction appears. The event happens. The user vanishes. So what's the truth? Are these predictions just eerie coincidences? Or is there something deeper going on beneath the surface of Reddit? Maybe we're looking at insiders, people who know things but can't speak out, except anonymously. Maybe it's coincidence. Or maybe there's something stranger at work. One thing is certain, Reddit is more than just memes and cat videos. It's a living digital memory, one where secrets can live in plain sight. Right now, there could be a new post, a new prediction, and no one's paying attention. Until it's too late. The truth is hidden behind usernames, cryptic phrases, and quiet warnings. But if you look closely, you'll find them. This is the Click Files. Like, subscribe, and stay curious. Because on the internet, nothing is ever truly deleted.